As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm embrace of amber and crimson hues across the vast expanse of the desert, one can't help but wonder, what secrets does the night hold for those who dare to wander? In this tranquil haven, where the sands whisper stories older than time, two souls find themselves drawn together under the vast, starlit canvas of the night. The desert, with its undulating dunes, stretches endlessly, a golden sea shimmering under the fading light. The air is still, a gentle caress upon the skin, carrying the earthy scent of warm sand mixed with the faint aroma of wild desert flora. As twilight descends, a soft breeze stirs, sending ripples across the surface of the dunes, a delicate dance that echoes the quiet harmony of the landscape. Here, in this serene oasis of solitude, Liana takes a deep breath, letting the stillness envelop her like a comforting blanket. Liana is a woman of spirit, her heart attuned to the rhythm of nature. With a flowing dress that billows softly around her, she appears like a gentle breeze herself, moving with grace as she explores the terrain. Her dark hair glows under the waning light, a cascade of waves that encapsulates her free spirit. She seeks not just a moment of peace, but a deeper connection with the world around her. Liana is on a journey of reflection, hoping to find clarity in the vastness of the desert, her thoughts swirling like the soft sands beneath her feet. Not far from her, Tariq stands, an artist whose heart beats in time with the pulse of inspiration that flows through the desert. Clad in a simple shirt that hints at the colors of the earth, he carries a sketchbook tucked under his arm, his fingers stained with charcoal and dust. His eyes, deep and contemplative, gaze at the horizon, absorbing the beauty that unfolds before him. Tariq sees the world through a lens of creativity, capturing fleeting moments in the strokes of his pencil. Yet he feels an unease stirring within him, an artist's struggle to find the balance between solitude and connection. As Liana wanders closer, the soft crunch of sand beneath her feet mingles with the gentle rustle of cacti in the breeze. Their paths cross under the fading light, and for a moment, time seems to pause. She catches Tariq's eye, an unspoken understanding passing between them, yet the difference in their energies creates a subtle tension in the air. Liana's warmth and openness contrast with Tariq's introspective nature, and as they stand together, an invisible line of hesitance forms. "Isn't it beautiful?" Liana breaks the silence, her voice a soft melody against the backdrop of the night. She gestures towards the sky, where the first stars begin to twinkle like scattered diamonds across a velvet backdrop. "There's something magical about the desert at night." Tariq nods slowly, his gaze shifting from the heavens to Liana's face. "It is," he replies, his tone measured. "But beauty can be deceptive too. The night can hide as much as it reveals." Liana's brow furrows slightly, sensing the weight of his words. "Perhaps," she responds gently, "but isn't it in the night that we find our true selves? Away from the distractions of the day, we can reflect, dream, and simply be." Tariq's expression softens, intrigued by her perspective. "Maybe," he concedes, "but I often feel that in seeking peace, we also confront our fears. It can be unsettling." The air thickens with the unspoken thoughts swirling around them, and Liana takes a step closer, the warmth of her spirit attempting to bridge the gap. "Perhaps we can find peace together," she suggests, her voice a soothing balm. "The desert feels less daunting when shared." Tariq studies her for a moment, the tension between them palpable yet fragile. He feels the urge to retreat into his solitude, to find solace in the quiet corners of the night. Yet something in Liana's earnestness pulls him in, a flicker of curiosity igniting within him. "All right," he finally agrees, a hint of a smile breaking through his initial reticence. "Let's explore the night together. Maybe it will inspire something new." And with that, they begin to walk side by side, the soft grains of sand shifting beneath their feet, a symphony of nature's whispers surrounding them. The moon rises slowly, casting a silvery glow that dances across the dunes, illuminating their journey into the unknown. As they traverse the landscape, the vastness of the desert spreads out before them, a limitless canvas. Each step brings them deeper into the heart of the night, where the cool air wraps around them, calming and inviting. The gentle sounds of the desert, the distant call of a night bird, the rustling of unseen creatures, and the soft sigh of the wind create a soothing rhythm, lulling them both into a state of quiet contemplation. In this moment, beneath the expansive sky, Liana and Tariq embark on a journey not just through the desert, but within themselves, discovering the delicate balance between solitude and companionship, and the beauty that lies in the night's embrace. As the last rays of sun slipped away, the sky transitioned into a deep indigo, sprinkled with the first twinkling stars, each one a gentle reminder of the countless dreams that roam the universe. The cool desert air began to settle around Liana and Tariq, wrapping them in a soft blanket of serenity. Yet the chill also carried a whisper of uncertainty, challenging the warmth of their budding connection. Liana glanced sideways at Tariq, who was focused on the horizon, his brow slightly furrowed. "What do you see?" she asked, her voice a soft melody against the stillness of the night. He turned to her, the faint glow of the stars catching the glimmer in his eyes. "I see a canvas waiting to be painted," he replied, his tone contemplative. "The desert at night holds so many stories, each grain of sand a memory." She smiled, sensing the passion in his words. "And what stories are you hoping to paint tonight?" she inquired, intrigued by his artistic spirit. Tariq paused, the weight of his thoughts apparent. "I've always looked for inspiration in solitude, but sometimes it feels lonely. I wonder if I'm missing something by not sharing my vision with anyone." His admission hung in the air, fragile and poignant. Liana felt a flutter in her heart. She recognized a kindred spirit in his struggles, her own quest for purpose echoing his. "I understand that feeling," she shared, her voice steadying. "I often feel lost, searching for a reason to be. It's as if I'm wandering, hoping to stumble upon clarity somewhere in the vastness." As they began to walk again, the sandy ground shifted beneath their feet, each step leaving a fleeting impression on the earth. Liana closed her eyes for a moment, taking in the sense of the desert night. The crispness of the air mingling with the faint aroma of sagebrush, grounding her to the moment. "Do you think we can find clarity tonight?" she asked softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Tariq considered her question, the shadows from the distant dunes dancing in the moonlight. "Perhaps," he mused, "but clarity often comes with its own set of challenges. It's not just about searching, but also about confronting what we find along the way." The wind picked up slightly, sending a cool breeze that brushed against their skin, carrying with it an embrace from the night. Liana shivered, realizing the temperature was dropping more quickly than she anticipated. "We should find a place to rest soon," she suggested, her breath visible in the cool air. "Yes," Tariq agreed, sensing her discomfort. "Let's head toward that cluster of rocks over there. It might offer some shelter from the wind." As they approached the rocky outcrop, Liana felt a shiver of apprehension. The night was deepening, and shadows loomed larger, thickening the air with an unspoken tension. She wondered if she was truly ready for the vulnerabilities that might surface during their shared solitude. "Are you all right?" Tariq's voice broke through her reverie, concern etched across his features. She nodded, though uncertainty lingered in her heart. "Just thinking." "About what?" he encouraged gently, his eyes reflecting the starlight as if inviting her to share her inner world. Liana took a deep breath, feeling the weight of her thoughts crystallize in the stillness of the desert night. About how we often run from our truths, afraid of what we might discover about ourselves. Tariq nodded slowly, understanding dawning in his gaze. "It's easier to hide, isn't it? But in this vastness, away from distractions, we might just find the courage to face those truths." As they settled near the rocks, a sense of calm enveloped them. The night sky above was a tapestry of shimmering stars, each one a beacon of possibility. Yet the atmosphere was tinged with a delicate tension, as if the universe itself was holding its breath, waiting for their next move. "Do you remember the last time you felt truly at peace?" Tariq asked, his tone shifting to something more reflective. Liana thought for a moment, the memories swirling like the sands around them. "I think it was during a family camping trip when I was a child," she recalled, her voice softening. "We sat around the fire, the warmth wrapping around us like a hug. I could hear the night alive with crickets and the rustling of leaves. I felt so connected to everything." Tariq smiled gently, the corners of his lips lifting with understanding. "Nature has a way of grounding us, doesn't it? It's like a reminder that we're part of something bigger." As the conversation flowed, the chill of the night became less daunting. They shared stories, dreams, and fears, each word weaving a fragile thread of connection between them. Yet, with each shared smile, an unspoken tension lingered, hinting at the deeper truths that awaited their acknowledgement. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the rocks, sending a shiver down Liana's spine. "It's getting colder," she said, wrapping her arms around herself. "Do you think we should find something to cover us?" Tariq nodded, scanning the area. "Let's see if we can find some blankets in my pack. I always carry some for emergencies." As he rummaged through his bag, Liana's heart raced. Though they were finding comfort in each other's company, she felt a wave of vulnerability wash over her. What would happen if they dug deeper? What truths would emerge from the silence that lingered between them? He pulled out a soft, worn blanket and handed it to her. "Here, this should help," he said, his eyes meeting hers for a moment, a silent understanding passing between them. "Thank you," she murmured, wrapping the blanket around her shoulders. The fabric was warm against her skin, a soothing contrast to the cool night air. She leaned back against the rocks, her gaze fixed on the stars above. "It's beautiful, isn't it? All these stars. They feel like a reminder that we are never truly alone." Tariq settled beside her, his presence steady and reassuring. "Yes, they are. And yet, they also remind us of how small we are in this universe." He paused, reflecting. "But being small doesn't mean we aren't significant. It's our connections that add meaning to our lives." Liana considered his words, feeling a flicker of warmth within her heart. "You're right," she replied softly. "Perhaps it's in these moments of uncertainty that we find our true selves." As they sat in silence, the world around them felt suspended in time. The soft sound of the wind whispering through the dunes harmonized with the distant call of a night owl, creating a soothing symphony that lulled Liana into a state of tranquility. Yet the weight of unspoken truths lingered like a shadow, urging her to delve deeper into the conversation. "What if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable?" she proposed, her voice barely above a whisper. "What if we share what we're truly afraid of?" Tariq turned to her, his expression thoughtful. "That's a brave thing to ask," he replied slowly. "But maybe that's how we'll find the clarity we're searching for." As they prepared to open their hearts, a tender breeze swept through the night, mingling with their thoughts and hopes. It was as if the desert itself was listening, enveloping them in its embrace and inviting them to share their truths. "Let's take turns," Tariq suggested, his voice steady. "I'll go first." Liana nodded, her heart racing with anticipation and fear. He took a deep breath, gathering his thoughts. "I'm afraid of failure," he confessed, his gaze fixed on the stars. "Every time I pick up a brush, I worry that I won't capture the beauty I see in my mind. It paralyzes me sometimes, making me second-guess my talent." Liana felt a pang of empathy, recognizing the weight of his confession. "That's a powerful fear," she said softly, "but I think it's also a testament to how much you care about your art." He smiled, gratitude shining in his eyes. "Thank you for understanding. Now it's your turn." Liana hesitated, the vulnerability of her own fears threatening to overwhelm her. But she knew this was a moment of connection, a chance to share her truth. "I fear not finding my purpose," she admitted, her voice trembling slightly. "I feel like I'm wandering through life, searching for meaning, but never quite grasping it." Tariq's expression shifted to one of deep compassion. "I think many of us feel that way at times," he said gently, "but perhaps the journey itself is part of the purpose." As they shared their fears, an invisible thread of connection deepened between them. Each confession illuminated their souls, drawing them closer, yet the underlying tension of their differences remained, urging them to explore further. "I wonder if our fears are meant to teach us something," Liana pondered aloud. "What if they're the keys to unlocking our true potential?" Tariq considered her words. "That's an interesting thought. Maybe by confronting them together, we can find the courage to embrace our paths." As the stars twinkled above, they continued to share, each revelation echoing into the stillness of the night. The desert around them transformed into a sanctuary of understanding, each word a soft caress against the doubts that had long lingered in their hearts. But as the night deepened, so did the chill, and Liana felt the weight of exhaustion pulling at her. "I think I need to rest for a bit," she finally said, her voice weary yet peaceful. "Of course," Tariq replied, settling back against the rocks. "We can continue this conversation in the morning." Liana wrapped the blanket tighter around her shoulders, the warmth soothing her. The stars above twinkled like distant memories, and as she closed her eyes, she felt a sense of peace wash over her, a fleeting moment of clarity amidst the vastness of their shared uncertainties. But even as sleep beckoned her, the shadows of their fears lingered, waiting patiently for the dawn of understanding that would come with the morning light. As Liana drifted into slumber, the desert held its breath, cradling two souls under its vast starry embrace. The night was not yet over, but it promised to bring revelations and connections that would illuminate their paths in ways they had yet to imagine. And as the gentle breeze whispered through the dunes, it carried with it a soft invitation to those listening, urging them to pause, reflect, and perhaps find their own moments of clarity beneath the stars. If you enjoyed this journey into the tranquil desert night, consider joining us on this path of exploration and discovery. Subscribe to our channel for more stories that weave connections between hearts, inviting you to find peace in the beauty of the world around us. Now, let your thoughts drift away and let the night carry you to gentle dreams. As twilight deepens, the last whispers of sunlight fade into the horizon, transforming the vast expanse of the desert into a canvas of shadowed mystery. The sky, once ablaze with fiery oranges and soft pinks, now unfolds into a deep indigo, punctuated by the first twinkling stars. The desert, alive with its nocturnal symphony, breathes softly, inviting Liana and Tariq to pause and ponder beneath its celestial embrace. Sitting on a smooth, cool dune, they have found a moment of respite. The evening wind carries with it a gentle chill, wrapping around them like a soft blanket, yet the warmth of their shared company ignites a flicker of comfort in the cool night. The world around them is serene, but within, both Liana and Tariq wrestle with emotions stirred by the depths of night. Do you ever feel as though you're searching for something that remains just out of reach? Liana's voice breaks the silence, a soft whisper against the vastness of the desert. Tariq turns to her, his gaze thoughtful, reflecting the starlight above. "All the time. It's like chasing shadows. We think we're running towards something, but we're merely pursuing our own illusions." Liana nods, her heart heavy with the weight of unspoken fears. Her journey to this vast desert was not just a quest for peace, it was an escape from the uncertainties that plagued her life. "I thought I'd find clarity here," she confesses, her voice trembling slightly. "But instead, I feel more lost than ever." The honesty in her words hangs in the air, an uninvited guest that brings tension between them. Tariq's expression shifts. He understands her struggle, yet he feels a flicker of annoyance. Why does she seek clarity when the beauty of the moment lies in acceptance? "Sometimes," he replies carefully, "the answers aren't meant to be found. Perhaps it's about learning to be okay with the questions." Liana's brow furrows. "But how can we be okay with uncertainty? I've built my whole life around plans, around knowing what comes next. The thought of surrendering to the unknown terrifies me." Tariq clenches his jaw, feeling the weight of her words. And yet, here we are, in a place that thrives on unpredictability. The desert teaches us that life is fluid, constantly shifting like the sands beneath us. It's not about control, it's about embracing what is. The air thickens with tension, and for a moment they sit in silence, the gentle rustle of the wind the only sound between them. Liana feels a surge of frustration. Tariq's calm demeanor feels like a challenge to her turmoil. "You talk about acceptance, but you don't know what it's like to feel trapped in your own life, to feel as if you're suffocating under the weight of expectations." He meets her gaze, his eyes steady and fierce. "And you don't understand that inspiration comes from vulnerability. When we accept our fears and our pain, we allow ourselves to create something beautiful from it. You're not meant to have all the answers, Liana." His words cut deeper than he intended, igniting a fire within her. "You think you have it all figured out, don't you? Like you can just walk through life, painting it as you wish. But what if the colors run together? What if the canvas tears?" Her voice rises, filled with emotion as the rawness of her vulnerability spills forth. "You don't know my struggles." The moon casts a silvery glow over them, illuminating the tension etched on their faces. Tariq's heart races, the anger bubbling beneath the surface. "I don't need to know your struggles to understand the beauty of creation that comes from them." "You're fighting against the very thing that could set you free." Liana's chest tightens, a wave of emotion crashing over her. "And what if I don't want to be free? What if I'm terrified of what lies beyond this moment?" The vulnerability in her voice catches Tariq off guard, and for a fleeting moment, he sees the truth behind her bravado. Then, he replies softly, "You must confront that fear. It's the only way to move forward." Their eyes lock, and in that moment, the desert around them seems to disappear, leaving only the intensity of their connection. The night air is charged with unresolved feelings, a tension that teeters on the brink of something profound. Yet, as the stars twinkle overhead, a realization begins to dawn on Liana. It's not just about the answers she seeks, it's about the journey toward acceptance. The battle within her, the fear of vulnerability, the chaos of emotions, it's all part of the human experience. She takes a deep breath, the cool air filling her lungs, grounding her. "I've been so focused on what I lack that I've overlooked what I have," she murmurs, her voice quieter now, softer. "This moment, here with you, is a gift. I've wanted to run away from my life, to escape into the vast unknown. But maybe I need to find my way back to myself." Tariq watches as the walls around her begin to crumble. In her eyes, he sees a flicker of understanding, a softening of the heart. "And I've been so wrapped up in my own struggles that I've failed to see how much we can learn from one another," he admits, his voice sincere. Perhaps the true inspiration lies not just in solitude, but in connection. As their words hang in the air, the stars seem to shine brighter, echoing the newfound clarity of their hearts. There, under the infinite expanse of the universe, they begin to realize that they are not so different after all. Two souls wandering, seeking solace in the beauty of the night. In that moment, the tension dissipates, replaced by a warm, comforting silence. They sit side by side, the desert stretching endlessly before them, a tapestry of dreams and possibilities. The moon bathes them in its gentle light, illuminating the path ahead, uncertain yet filled with promise. As the night deepens, Liana and Tariq share stories of their pasts, weaving together memories of joy and sorrow, laughter and tears. They speak of dreams they once held dear, of the moments that shaped them into who they are today. With each word, they shed the burdens of their hearts, finding solace in the understanding that they are not alone. The desert becomes their sanctuary, a place where the weight of the world lifts, leaving only the stars and the soft glow of the moon. They breathe in the stillness, feeling the peace that comes from acceptance wash over them like a soothing balm. And as the night wears on, Liana feels a sense of clarity emerging from the depths of her being. The search for purpose does not lie in the future, nor in escaping the present. It resides in the acceptance of who she is, right here, right now. It's about embracing the journey, with all its uncertainties, and finding beauty in the fleeting moments. Tariq, too, feels a shift within himself. The realization that inspiration thrives in connection, in vulnerability, opens his heart to new possibilities. The desert may be vast and lonely, but it is also a place of unity, where two souls can meet and grow together. As dawn approaches, the horizon begins to lighten, the first hints of morning painting the sky in soft pastels. Liana and Tariq sit in silence, their hearts intertwined in a newfound understanding. The night, with all its challenges and revelations, has brought them closer than they ever imagined. In this tranquil moment, they find peace, not just in the acceptance of their own journeys, but in the connection they've forged. The desert, with its quiet magic, has transformed their fears into hope, their uncertainty into acceptance. And as the first rays of sunlight break over the horizon, illuminating the endless sands, Liana and Tariq know that this night will linger in their hearts forever. A reminder that even in the vastness of the unknown, beauty can be found in vulnerability, connection, and acceptance. Now, let your thoughts drift away and let the night carry you to gentle dreams. As the stars begin to twinkle above the vast expanse of the desert, Liana and Tariq find a perfect spot to rest, nestled between the gentle curves of the golden dunes. The air is cool now, a soothing contrast to the warmth of the day, and the sounds of the desert night wrap around them like a soft lullaby. The rhythmic whispers of the wind carry with them the secrets of the universe, inviting them to pause, reflect, and breathe. Settling down upon the fine grains of sand, they both lean back and gaze up at the celestial tapestry above. The moon, a luminous orb, casts a gentle glow, illuminating their surroundings and the contours of their faces. For a moment, silence envelops them, a shared understanding that transcends words. In this vast wilderness, where the horizon seems to stretch into infinity, they begin to realize the beauty of the present moment. Liana breaks the silence, her voice barely a whisper as she shares her thoughts. "You know, I always thought that I needed to find a grand purpose, something monumental to give my life meaning. But tonight, I feel something different. Perhaps it's enough to simply be here, to appreciate the beauty around us and within ourselves." Tariq nods slowly, his eyes reflecting the starlight. "I've been so caught up in seeking inspiration for my art that I forgot the simple joy of connection. This moment, sharing it with you, is more inspiring than any scene I could have painted. It's in these shared experiences that we truly find our muse." As they exchange their perspectives, the tension that once lingered between them gives way to a warmth that settles in their hearts. Liana feels lighter, the weight of expectation lifting as she embraces the idea that life's purpose can be found in everyday moments. Tariq, too, discovers that creativity flourishes not only through solitude, but also through the bonds we forge with others. With the night deepening, they take a few moments to indulge in the serenity surrounding them. The soft rustle of the wind through the cacti becomes a soothing melody, while the distant call of a nightbird adds a touch of whimsy to the night. It is as if the desert itself is a storyteller, weaving tales of tranquility and acceptance into the fabric of their experience. "Look at how the stars seem to dance across the sky," Liana says, her voice filled with wonder. It's a reminder that even in solitude, there is a rhythm to life, a dance we are all a part of. Tariq smiles, his heart swelling with gratitude for this unexpected companionship. You're right. It's a beautiful reminder that we are never truly alone, even in the vastness of the universe. Each star represents a story, a connection, just like ours. As they sit together, a gentle breeze brushes against their skin, carrying with it the essence of the desert, the warmth of the sun, the coolness of the night, and the promise of new beginnings. They close their eyes, allowing themselves to be fully present in this moment, embracing the peace that envelops them. After some time, Liana opens her eyes, glancing at Tariq. How about we make a pact? Let's promise to carry this feeling of peace and connection with us wherever we go. Life can be unpredictable, but we can choose to embrace each moment as it comes. Tariq's gaze softens. I'd like that. We can remind each other that it's okay to slow down, to appreciate the beauty in the mundane. The world will always be there, but moments like this are rare. With an unspoken agreement, they both lean back against the cool sand, feeling the warmth of their shared experience resonate within. The night deepens, the stars twinkle brighter, and the universe seems to hum a soothing tune, wrapping them in a cocoon of tranquility. As Liana's eyes begin to flutter, sleep gently beckons her. She takes a deep breath, inhaling the fresh desert air, and whispers, "Thank you for tonight. I feel more at peace than I have in a long time." Tariq smiles softly, his own eyelids growing heavy. "Thank you, Liana, for reminding me of the beauty that exists in connection. I will carry this night with me always." The two of them drift into a peaceful slumber, cradled by the desert and the stars, their hearts intertwined in a bond that transcends the ordinary. The stillness of the night wraps around them like a warm embrace, and as they let go of the day's worries, they find solace in the knowledge that they are not alone. As dawn begins to break, casting a soft glow across the horizon, a new day awaits. But for now, they remain suspended in this moment, where time feels infinite, and the world outside fades into nothingness. And to you, dear listener, as you find yourself in the embrace of this gentle narrative, remember that peace can often be found in the simplest of moments. Embrace the stillness, let go of your worries, and allow the night to carry you to gentle dreams. Now let your thoughts drift away, and let the night carry you to gentle dreams. If you enjoyed this journey, consider leaving a like, sharing your thoughts in the comments, and subscribing for more tranquil stories. Until next time, may peace and serenity follow you into your dreams.